Hey, welcome everybody to another formation hour. It's a really special formation hour tonight, and we're welcoming our new youth minister, Jackie Overton, a friend of mine actually, who I've worked with a few times in the diocese and I've always enjoyed working with. Welcome to Redeemer, Jack.
Hi, thanks. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to meet everybody.
And everyone's excited to meet you. And so we're using this since COVID and lockdown and a lot of fun stuff. We're using this kind of as an introductory way for you to start getting to know our families and some of our youth. And so why don't you tell us a little about yourself? Tell us where you're originally from.
So I grew up outside of Philadelphia and lived there my whole life until I went to college there. And then when I graduated, I came here to Southwest Florida. So in high school, I was super active in the diocese there. And my senior year, our diocesan youth person left and came to work here in Southwest Florida. And she ended up hiring me for her summer camp staff. And that kind of brought me to Florida, and kind of been here ever since college graduation. My husband and I met at Dayspring. We were on staff together at camp, or what you're not supposed to do not supposed to date at summer camp, but we met there and we did the long distance relationship thing through college, and took my first youth ministry job here shortly after graduation. So
that's really cool, and we've proven at Redeemer that the best youth ministers come from the northeast part of the country.
Of course they do.
So what brought you to Florida? Was that you're an associate or a youth minister or something like? What brought you down to do camp?
Yeah, so they were short on summer camp staff, and the diocese that I was growing up with didn't have a strong camping program, so they were kind of looking for people my first summer down here. So I came for 2 weeks and worked summer camp as a camp counselor, and then Bishop Lipscomb created a youth ministry internship position for the summer. So in 2005, I came and did that and worked at the diocesan office for the summer, and kind of got to meet people in the diocese and learn a little bit more about the ins and outs of bigger youth ministry programs. And after that, I applied for a position at St. Margaret of Scotland and worked there for 3 years. And I got married and came to St. Mark's, where I've been for 10 years before coming to you. So it's kind of a long youth ministry history here. So
that's really fantastic. So you have worked in youth ministry for a long time, and I assume you know what you're doing.
Oh, I hope so.
So tell us, you said you met your husband Brian as a camp counselor and had a long distance relationship for a while. Tell us about your family.
Yeah, so Brian, my husband Brian, grew up in St. Pete. He went to UCF, and now he's a deputy in Pinellas County. He's a sheriff's deputy. And we have 3 children. Benjamin is 6, Logan is 4, and Eden, our daughter, is 2. And they are a handful and lots of fun, and they will be around and I'm sure making a lot of noise in the sanctuary when they're back in church. So yeah, my 2 oldest kids are at school. They started elementary school. We're in Manatee County, so they started this past Monday. My middle child is in VPK, and my oldest is in 1st grade. And Eden is tearing up wherever she can. She's very good at.
She's 2?
She is 2, and she is feisty and very much a handful.
Well, I can tell you from experience, the terrible 2s, at least in my house, lasted until about 4.5.
Yeah, we're finishing that too. So.
It's fun. It's fun. So tell us a little bit about what draws you to youth ministry. What drew you to youth ministry originally, and what continues to draw you to youth ministry?
Yeah, so I would say that I'm a product of a successful youth ministry. I grew up in a church where people supported young people from the time we were in elementary school. And in high school, people really recognized gifts that I had as a high school student. I was asked to be on some national design teams. I was on a design team for an event at General Convention when I was in high school. In college, I was asked to lead peer ministry interns at national youth events. So people recognized the gifts that I had as a young person, and and for a while I thought I was called to ordained ministry, and I've learned since working in the church I'm not that's not my calling. But for me, that's what draws me into youth ministry is being able to see the potential in young people and to provide them the opportunities to explore those gifts and to and find their place in the church and take ownership of their own faith. I really enjoyed your interview with Caroline last week, talking about faith in college, and I think that that's we set up these guidelines for kids, and we say these are the programs we're going to provide you, and then we send them off kind of into the unknown. So for me, having people, mentorship is huge for me in youth ministry. So setting up times for people to be able to support young people and to watch them grow in their faith is huge for me. So
that's fantastic. So tell us some of the things that you love to do when you're not working. What are some of your hobbies besides chasing 3 children around?
Chasing 3 children, yeah. I really enjoy traveling with and without my children. I spent this past year, I had some sabbatical time, so I spent some time on Iona in Scotland. I love the Dominican Republic, and outreach work is important to me, both in the church and outside of the church. So I also like to go to the beach, also with and without my children. 2 very different experiences for all the parents that can relate to that. I like to read, visit family. You get kind of boring when you get older.
Yeah, not too boring. That sounds pretty fun. Yeah, that's great. So do you have any message to our youth and their parents, to our families, to our children, to all the folks at Redeemer who are so excited about you coming on board, excited about supporting you and the youth and all that you guys do together? You have any message for them or anything you'd like to say to them?
Yeah, first I'd like to say I can't wait to meet everybody, however that looks, whether it's digitally or we figure out a way to how to do it safely in person. I come with a youth ministry experience, but I also value the experience that you all have at Redeemer. I can't wait to hear about all the things that you love and to dream together about how we can make youth ministry the way that the young people in particularly envision it to be. I really believe that successful youth ministry is when youth are doing ministry. So I'm really excited to be there and to dream with you and to make things happen and to watch how God grows all of us together. And yeah, it's a couple more weeks away and I'm just excited.
Yeah, well, we're excited to have you. And one of the things I'm going to let everyone know, one of the things Jackie's worried about is all the high church Anglo-Catholic worship we have going on at Redeemer.
I'm a low church Anglican, so I'm excited, especially for your acolytes, to teach me a little bit about how to do church the right way. I guess is that what we call it, the right way? The Redeemer way. So yeah, so I'm excited to learn from you as well. So
yeah. That's wonderful. We're excited to have you, and I'm excited to see your kids grow up as acolytes at Redeemer.
Yeah.
I'm also excited for all you softball fanatics out there. Jackie's husband, Brian's apparently a pretty good softball player, so we're pretty excited to get him on the field when he's able to be there.
Yes, he is excited to play, and he told me he's going to start running, so I don't know what that means.
Tell him to work on his sprints. That's the most important thing on the softball field. Yeah.
Got it. He should probably work on throwing a little bit too. It's been a while.
That's back. Well, Jackie, thank you for being with us tonight. I hope everyone's excited for you coming to Redeemer as we are to have you join the staff. And I can't wait to see what fruit grows on the Redeemer Youth tree with you in the leadership helm. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right. Well, have a good night, everybody, and I hope you enjoyed the interview. Bye-bye.